Hello, and welcome to Today English Academy. My name is Sarah, and I am very happy to have you with us today. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever made a New Year's resolution? Did you follow it, or did it slowly disappear because of busy daily life? As we welcome a new year, it feels like a fresh beginning. This is the perfect time to think about personal growth and improving ourselves. So, what do you want to achieve this year? Do you already have a clear goal, or are you not sure where to start? Don't worry. In today's lesson, we will talk about how to create a simple, step-by-step plan to help you grow. We will discuss how to set realistic goals, how to build good habits, and how to stay motivated throughout the year. Let's begin by talking about why planning matters. Why is it important to set goals? Setting goals gives your life direction and purpose. Without goals, it is easy to go through each day without knowing where you are heading. But when you take time to plan, you become more focused, motivated, and organized. Goals give you something clear to work toward. They help you track your progress and celebrate your achievements, even small ones. Now, how do we begin? First, it is important to understand that personal growth does not require huge, life-changing actions. In fact, small and consistent improvements are often more powerful than big changes made all at once. For example, if you usually stay up late, waking up at 5 a.m. every day may sound like a good idea. But if you are not used to that routine, it may not be realistic. Instead, try making small changes. You could start by waking up just 15 minutes earlier each day. Small steps are easier to follow and help you build confidence over time. Instead of trying to change everything at once, it is better to break the process into small and manageable steps. These steps should feel realistic and easy to achieve. A good place to start is by reflecting on the past year. Take a moment to think about your experiences. Ask yourself, what were my successes? What lessons did I learn? Where do I think I can improve? Thinking about both your achievements and challenges helps you understand where you can grow. Maybe you realize that you did not focus enough on your health. Or maybe you feel that you want to spend more time with your family and friends. Whatever you discover, it is important to understand where you are right now before deciding where you want to go next. Now that you have reflected on the past year, it is time to think about your future goals. Ask yourself this question: what do I want to achieve in the next 12 months? Your goal can be anything. Learning a new skill, improving your fitness, building better habits, traveling to a new place. There is no right or wrong goal as long as it is meaningful to you. Your goals should be specific, measurable, and achievable. For example, instead of saying, I want to get healthier, you can say, I want to exercise for 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. This kind of goal is clear and easy to track. It also helps you see your progress over time. A very helpful method for setting goals is called the SMART framework. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Let's look at these one by one. Specific: your goal should be clear and well-defined. Instead of saying, I want to be more productive, say, I want to finish my daily tasks by 3 p.m. every day. Measurable: you should be able to track your progress. For example, if your goal is to save money, decide how much you want to save each month. Achievable: your goal should be realistic. If you have never run before, setting a goal to run a marathon in a short time may not be practical. Start with something you can actually do and then grow from there. If you can only run 1 mile, trying to run a full marathon in just 1 month is probably not a good idea. This is why your goals should always be realistic and achievable. Another important part of goal setting is making sure your goals are relevant. Choose goals that are meaningful to you and that match your values and priorities. When a goal is important to you, it is much easier to stay committed. It is also important to make your goals time-bound. This means setting a clear deadline. Deadlines create a sense of urgency and encourage you to take action instead of waiting. By using the SMART goal framework, you can create goals that are practical and easier to work toward. Once you have identified your main goals, the next step is to break them into smaller tasks. For example, if your goal is to learn a new language, you do not need to learn everything at once. You can start by learning 10 new words each day. As you continue, you can slowly increase the difficulty. With time, you will see yourself improving little by little. Small steps taken every day lead to big progress. Another very important part of goal setting is understanding why you want to achieve each goal. Ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? How will my life improve if I reach this goal? Knowing the deeper reason behind your goals gives you strong motivation, especially when things feel difficult. For example, if your goal is to exercise regularly, think about why it matters. Maybe you want to feel stronger, improve your health, or have more energy every day. When you understand your motivation, it becomes easier to stay focused during moments of doubt or challenge. Another very important part of goal setting is understanding why you want to achieve each goal. Ask yourself. Very important part of building habits is consistency. Building habits is not about doing something perfectly every day. It is about showing up daily, even when you don't feel motivated. Doing the smallest version of a habit still counts. It helps you keep the momentum going. For example, if you want to exercise but you are having a hard day, it's okay to do something small. You can stretch for a few minutes or take a short walk. What truly matters is that you do not break the habit, no matter how small the effort is. Another helpful method is called habit stacking. Habit stacking means connecting a new habit to something you already do every day. For example, if you want to practice gratitude, you can write down 3 things you are grateful for every morning after brushing your teeth. Because you already brush your teeth daily, adding a new habit right after it makes it easier to remember. This helps the habit fit naturally into your daily routine. Accountability is another powerful tool for building strong habits. When you share your goals with a friend, family member, or a group of people with similar goals, you feel more responsible. When someone else knows about your goal, you are more likely to stay committed. Support and encouragement from others can make a big difference. You don't have to do everything alone. Growing together often makes the journey easier and more enjoyable. When you clearly set your intentions, you are more likely to follow through with your goals. You can also use apps or habit trackers to monitor your progress. Tracking your habits helps you see how far you have come. Watching your daily streak grow can be very motivating. It also reminds you to celebrate small wins, because every small step matters. Now, let's talk about the importance of your environment. Your surroundings have a big influence on your behavior. Small changes in your environment can lead to big improvements. For example, if your goal is to eat healthier, keep healthy snacks visible and easy to reach. At the same time, place unhealthy snacks out of sight. If you want to spend less time on social media, try moving your phone to another room during work or study time. You can also place a book on your bedside table instead of your phone. These small environmental changes make good habits easier and bad habits harder. One of the most powerful strategies for building habits is to focus on who you want to become, not just what you want to achieve. Instead of saying, I want to lose 10 pounds, try saying, I am someone who takes care of my health. When you see yourself as the kind of person who already lives your goal, your actions naturally follow. For example, if you see yourself as a writer, you will write more often. If you see yourself as a learner, you will look for ways to learn every day. Your identity shapes your habits, and your habits shape your future. But what happens when things don't go as planned? Maybe you miss a day or two and feel like all your progress is gone. Don't let this discourage you. Everyone makes mistakes. What truly matters is how quickly you return to your habit. One missed day does not cancel all your hard work. Instead of feeling guilty, treat it as a learning experience and move forward. Be kind to yourself and keep going. Rewards are another helpful way to strengthen habits. When you reward yourself for sticking to a habit, your brain connects the habit with a positive feeling. This makes you more likely to repeat it. Your reward does not have to be big. Even small rewards can make a difference. When you build positive habits, it is important to celebrate your progress. Whenever you reach a milestone, take time to reward yourself. The reward does not need to be big or expensive. It can be something simple, like enjoying your favorite snack, watching a movie, or taking a short break to relax. Rewards help your brain connect the habit with something positive. This makes you more likely to continue the habit and stay consistent. It is also important to remember that habits take time to form. Research shows that building a habit can take anywhere from 18 to over 200 days, depending on how difficult the habit is. This means you need to be patient and trust the process. Focus on progress, not perfection. Even small steps forward are still progress. Celebrate every improvement, no matter how small it may seem. Now that we have covered the basics of building habits, let's talk about motivation. Motivation is important, but it does not stay the same every day. Some days you will feel excited and full of energy. Other days, you may feel tired and unmotivated. This is completely normal. So, how do you keep moving forward when your motivation starts to fade? One helpful strategy is to remind yourself why you started. Write down your reason and place it somewhere visible, like your desk, wall, or fridge. When you feel your motivation dropping, read it again. Remembering your purpose can help you regain focus and energy. Another powerful way to stay motivated is to focus on small wins. Big goals can feel scary and overwhelming, but when you break them into smaller, easier tasks, they feel more achievable. For example, if your goal is to learn a new language, don't try to become fluent right away. Start by learning a few basic words or simple phrases. As you improve, move on to short conversations. Celebrate every milestone along the way, no matter how small it is. Even small victories are important. Each small success builds momentum and gives you confidence to keep going. Over time, these little wins add up and help you stay motivated. One of the most effective ways to stay motivated is to visualize your goals. Ask yourself, why did I set this goal in the first place? What makes it meaningful to me? For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, your reason might be to feel stronger, have more energy, set a good example for your family. Write down your reasons and keep them somewhere you can see them. This will remind you why your goal is important and help you stay focused. Next, picture yourself achieving your goal. What does it look like? How does it feel? For instance, if your goal is to save money for a vacation, imagine walking on a beautiful beach, exploring a new city, relaxing with your loved ones. Visualization connects you to the result you are working towards and makes it easier to overcome challenges. Accountability is also very important for staying motivated. Share your goals with someone you trust, like a friend, family member, or mentor. Knowing that someone else is cheering you on and checking in on your progress can give you extra motivation. You can also join a community or a group of people who share similar goals. For example, if you are working on fitness, consider joining a local gym, attending a fitness class, participating in an online fitness group. Being around like-minded people creates support, encouragement, and a sense of camaraderie. Another great strategy is to set up rewards for yourself. Rewards are especially helpful for long-term goals. They don't have to be big or expensive. Even small treats, like enjoying your favorite snack, taking a relaxing break, or watching a movie, can help. Rewards create a positive connection with your habits and make it more likely that you'll continue your progress. Rewards are a great way to stay motivated. Even small rewards can make a big difference. For example, if you've completed a full week of consistent exercise, reward yourself with a relaxing evening, your favorite activity, something enjoyable that makes you feel good. The key is to associate positive feelings with the effort you are putting in. However, make sure your rewards align with your goals. For instance, if your goal is to eat healthier, rewarding yourself with junk food may not be the best choice. Instead, choose something non-food related like buying a new book, going for a fun activity, treating yourself to a small experience you enjoy. No journey is without challenges. It's important to anticipate obstacles and plan for them. Think about the potential roadblocks you may face and prepare strategies to overcome them. If you struggle with procrastination, set specific deadlines or use a timer to stay focused. If you worry about losing interest, try new approaches or techniques to keep your journey exciting. Remember, a lack of motivation is sometimes caused by burnout, not laziness. If you've been pushing yourself too hard, it's okay to take a break. Resting doesn't mean giving up. It gives you the time to recharge and come back stronger. Use your downtime to reflect on your progress. Reevaluate your goals if needed. Remind yourself of the bigger picture. One underrated but powerful strategy is to track your progress. Keeping a journal, using an app, or even creating a visual chart can help you see how far you've come. For example, if your goal is to exercise regularly, mark each workout on a calendar. Over time, watching your progress build up is incredibly motivating. Tracking your progress gives you proof of your efforts, boosts confidence, and keeps you committed to your goals. Tracking your progress is a visual reminder that your efforts are paying off, even if it feels slow at first. Seeing small steps add up can keep you motivated and remind you that you are moving forward. The way you talk to yourself matters a lot. Replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Instead of saying, "I'll never achieve this," try saying, "I am capable of achieving my goals." Whenever you doubt yourself, counter those thoughts with affirmations that build confidence and remind you of your potential. Positive self-talk helps reinforce belief in your abilities and keeps you focused on your progress. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, skills, and intelligence can improve with effort, learning, and persistence. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. Embrace failure as a chance to learn and grow. Believe that effort leads to improvement. Challenge fixed beliefs about yourself. A fixed mindset assumes your abilities are static and cannot change. Thoughts like, "I'm just not good at math," or "I'll never be creative," are examples of a fixed mindset. These beliefs can stop you from even trying. Question your assumptions. Ask yourself, "What if I could get better at this? What steps can I take to improve?" Shift your perspective. By changing how you think about challenges, you open the door to growth. Every mistake becomes a lesson, and every effort contributes to your improvement. Approach your New Year's goals with curiosity and patience. Embrace learning instead of fearing failure. Celebrate improvements, no matter how small. Focus on effort, practice, and persistence rather than only outcomes. By combining progress tracking, positive affirmations, discipline, and a growth mindset, you create a powerful foundation for personal growth and long-term success. A growth mindset means seeing challenges as chances to learn and improve. Mistakes aren't failures, they are lessons. For example, if you're learning a new skill, like cooking or playing an instrument, instead of getting frustrated when you make mistakes, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" If a recipe doesn't turn out right, think about what went wrong. Did you overcook something? Did you measure an ingredient incorrectly? Each mistake teaches you something valuable and brings you closer to success. Feedback is essential for growth. It can be hard to hear criticism, but constructive feedback is one of the best ways to improve. Don't take it personally. See it as a tool to guide your efforts. For example, if someone suggests you improve your time management, think of it as an opportunity to become more efficient. Actively seek feedback from friends, colleagues, or mentors, and use it to help you grow. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. Life is full of ups and downs, and growth isn't always smooth. If you miss a few workouts or fall behind on a goal, don't give up. Focus on what you can do next, adjust your plan, try a different approach, or get back on track as soon as possible. Resilience allows you to learn from experiences and continue progressing. The word, yet, can change your mindset completely. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I can't do this yet." Adding, "yet" shifts your thinking from limitation to potential. It reminds you that skills develop over time with effort and practice. Failure is not the end, it's a step toward success. Many successful people, like inventors, entrepreneurs, and athletes, have stories of failure that led to their biggest achievements. For example, Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Seeing failure as part of learning helps you stay motivated and persistent. Growth rarely happens in familiar territory. Trying new things and facing uncertainty helps you expand your skills and confidence. If you're shy, stepping out of your comfort zone could mean joining a group or speaking in front of an audience. Each step you take, even if it feels scary, builds confidence and opens new possibilities. Curiosity is the drive to learn and explore. It makes you ask questions, seek new experiences, and dive deeper into topics that interest you. Being curious encourages personal growth because you're always looking for ways to learn and improve. Curiosity keeps your mind active and helps you see challenges as exciting opportunities rather than obstacles. If you want, I can combine this with all your previous rewritten sections and create one complete, simple, and motivational New Year's guide for personal growth. It would be ready to use for a blog, YouTube script, or learning material. Personal growth is a journey, and the more you enjoy it, the more fulfilling it becomes. Let your curiosity guide you. For example, if you want to improve your financial literacy, explore different ways to learn. Research budgeting methods. Read books about investing. Take an online course on personal finance. The more curious you are, the more you'll learn and the more you'll grow. Growth takes time. It's normal to feel discouraged when you don't see immediate results. Remember, every small step moves you closer to your goals. Celebrate progress, no matter how small. Persistence is what turns effort into results. Even if progress feels slow, trust that your efforts are building something meaningful. Incorporating a growth mindset into your New Year's plan can completely change how you approach your goals. See challenges as opportunities. Treat failure as a stepping stone. Believe in your ability to improve. With this mindset, you set yourself up for a year full of learning, growth, and success. Goals are like a roadmap for your personal growth journey. They give your actions direction and purpose. But not all goals are equally effective. To make real progress, your goals should be meaningful, aligned with your values, achievable, realistic, and manageable. Vague goals like, "I want to get healthier," or "I want to save money," are hard to follow. The problem is they lack focus. Make your goals specific. Instead of, "I want to get healthier," try, "I will exercise for 30 minutes, 3 times a week." A specific goal gives you a clear target and makes it easier to track your progress. Measurable goals help you see if you're on track. Instead of, "I want to save money," try, "I will save $500 by the end of March." This goal has a specific number and a deadline, which makes progress easier to track. Each milestone you reach builds motivation. Dreaming big is great, but unrealistic goals can cause frustration or burnout. Curiosity is the drive to learn and explore. It makes you ask questions, seek new experiences, and dive deeper into topics that interest you. Being curious encourages personal growth because you're always looking for ways to learn and improve. Curiosity keeps your mind active and helps you see challenges as exciting opportunities rather than obstacles. If you want, I can combine this with all your previous rewritten sections and create one complete, simple, and motivational New Year's guide for personal growth. It would be ready to use for a blog, YouTube script, or learning material. Personal growth is a journey, and the more you enjoy it, the more fulfilling it becomes. Let your curiosity guide you. For example, if you want to improve your financial literacy, explore different ways to learn. Research budgeting methods. Read books about investing. Take an online course on personal finance. The more curious you are, the more you'll learn and the more you'll grow. Growth takes time. It's normal to feel discouraged when you don't see immediate results. Remember, every small step moves you closer to your goals. Celebrate progress, no matter how small. Persistence is what turns effort into results. Even if progress feels slow, trust that your efforts are building something meaningful. Incorporating a growth mindset into your New Year's plan can completely change how you approach your goals. See challenges as opportunities. Treat failure as a stepping stone. Believe in your ability to improve. With this mindset, you set yourself up for a year full of learning, growth, and success. Goals are like a roadmap for your personal growth journey. They give your actions direction and purpose. But not all goals are equally effective. To make real progress, your goals should be meaningful, aligned with your values, achievable, realistic, and manageable. Vague goals like, I want to get healthier or I want to save money, are hard to follow. The problem is they lack focus. Make your goals specific. Instead of, I want to get healthier, try, I will exercise for 30 minutes, 3 times a week. A specific goal gives you a clear target and makes it easier to track your progress. Measurable goals help you see if you're on track. Instead of, I want to save money, try, I will save $500 by the end of March. This goal has a specific number and a deadline, which makes progress easier to track. Each milestone you reach builds motivation. Dreaming big is great, but unrealistic goals can cause frustration or burnout. Curiosity is the drive to learn and explore. It makes you ask questions, seek new experiences, and dive deeper into topics that interest you. Being curious encourages personal growth because you're always looking for ways to learn and improve. Curiosity keeps your mind active and helps you see challenges as exciting opportunities rather than obstacles. If you want, I can combine this with all your previous rewritten sections and create one complete, simple, and motivational New Year's guide for personal growth. It would be ready to use for a blog, YouTube script, or learning material. Personal growth is a journey, and the more you enjoy it, the more fulfilling it becomes. Let your curiosity guide you. For example, if you want to improve your financial literacy, explore different ways to learn. Research budgeting methods. Read books about investing. Take an online course on personal finance. The more curious you are, the more you'll learn and the more you'll grow. Growth takes time. It's normal to feel discouraged when you don't see immediate results. Remember, every small step moves you closer to your goals. Celebrate progress, no matter how small. Persistence is what turns effort into results. Even if progress feels slow, trust that your efforts are building something meaningful. Incorporating a growth mindset into your New Year's plan can completely change how you approach your goals. See challenges as opportunities. Treat failure as a stepping stone. Believe in your ability to improve. With this mindset, you set yourself up for a year full of learning, growth, and success. Goals are like a roadmap for your personal growth journey. They give your actions direction and purpose. But not all goals are equally effective. To make real progress, your goals should be meaningful, aligned with your values, achievable, realistic, and manageable. Vague goals like, I want to get healthier or I want to save money, are hard to follow. The problem is they lack focus. Make your goals specific. Instead of, I want to get healthier, try, I will exercise for 30 minutes, 3 times a week. A specific goal gives you a clear target and makes it easier to track your progress. Measurable goals help you see if you're on track. Instead of, I want to save money, try, I will save $500 by the end of March. This goal has a specific number and a deadline, which makes progress easier to track. Each milestone you reach builds motivation. Dreaming big is great, but unrealistic goals can cause frustration or burnout. To set a positive example for your family. To reduce health risks. When goals match your values, you'll feel more driven even when things get tough. Tracking your progress helps you see how far you've come. Keep a journal. Use a habit tracker. Mark milestones on a calendar. Example, if your goal is to read more books, write down each title and the completion date. Each checkmark or entry becomes a visual reminder of your progress, boosting motivation and confidence. Acknowledging your achievements keeps you motivated. Example, if your goal is to learn cooking, celebrate each dish you successfully prepare. Treat yourself to something enjoyable, like a snack, a relaxing evening, or a small gift. Celebrating small wins reminds you that your efforts are paying off and keeps you excited about the journey. Sharing your goals with someone else helps you stay committed. Tell a friend, family member, or mentor. Find a workout buddy or study partner. Knowing that someone else is counting on you is a powerful motivator. Life is unpredictable. Sometimes your original plan may not work, or unexpected opportunities may arise. Don't be afraid to adjust your goals or try a new approach. Example, if your goal is to attend a fitness class but the schedule changes, you can switch to home workouts or a different class. Flexibility ensures that setbacks don't stop your progress, and you continue moving toward your goals. If you want, I can combine this with all the previous sections into one complete, simplified, long guide for personal growth and goal achievement, making it easy to read and follow. Life can be unpredictable, and sometimes plans change. For example, if you plan to attend a weekly dance class but it gets canceled, don't give up. Look for alternatives. Try an online dance course. Explore a different type of exercise. Adjust your schedule or routine. Being flexible ensures that you continue moving toward your personal growth goals, even when circumstances change. Adaptation keeps you on track without losing momentum. Setting goals that matter and are achievable is a key part of personal growth. By using strategies like the SMART framework, breaking goals into smaller steps, tracking progress, and staying accountable, you can turn your aspirations into reality. Remember, the journey toward your goals is just as important as the destination. Celebrate small wins, learn from experiences, and keep moving forward. While goals give you direction, habits are the daily actions that take you closer to your destination. Positive habits can transform your life, while negative ones can hold you back. Accountability is equally important. Sharing your goals with a friend, joining a group with similar interests, or using an app to track your progress provides extra encouragement. Example, if you want to learn a new language, join a study group or find a language partner. Knowing someone is cheering you on can motivate you to keep going, even when it's challenging. Building new habits takes time, and setbacks are normal. If you miss a day or make a mistake, don't be too hard on yourself. Focus on getting back on track as quickly as possible. Remember, Progress matters more than perfection. Each small step brings you closer to your goals. Celebrate your efforts and be kind to yourself. Habits are the foundation of personal growth. They shape your actions and determine your success. By starting small, staying consistent, and creating a supportive environment, you can build habits that align with your goals and values. Whether developing new habits or breaking old ones, embrace the journey, stay patient, and keep moving forward. Now let's shift to a related and equally important topic: time management. Time is one of our most valuable resources, yet it's often challenging to use effectively. Learning to prioritize tasks, eliminate distractions, and structure your day can make a huge difference in personal growth. What is a habit? A habit is something you do regularly, often automatically. For example, brushing your teeth every morning is likely a habit. You do it without thinking. Habits are powerful because they free up mental energy, letting you focus on more important decisions. The key is intentionally creating habits that align with your values and goals. While goals give you direction, habits are the daily actions that take you closer to your destination. Positive habits can transform your life, while negative ones can hold you back. What is a habit? A habit is something you do regularly, often automatically. For example, brushing your teeth every morning is likely a habit. You do it without thinking. Habits are powerful because they free up mental energy, letting you focus on more important decisions. The key is intentionally creating habits that align with your values and goals. One common mistake is trying to change too much at once. For example, if your goal is to exercise, committing to an hour-long workout every day can feel overwhelming. Better approach: start with something small and manageable, like a 10-minute walk each day. Once it becomes a habit, gradually increase the intensity or duration. Starting small makes it easier to stick with new habits and increases your chances of long-term success. Another effective strategy is habit stacking, linking a new habit to something you already do. Example: if you want to practice gratitude daily, do it while brushing your teeth. Each time you brush, think of 3 things you're grateful for. By attaching a new habit to an existing routine, you create a trigger that reminds you to act. Repeating this over time makes the habit automatic and natural. Research shows that forming a new habit takes 21 to 66 days, depending on how complex it is. The most important factor during this period is consistency. Even if you don't feel motivated, stick with your habit. Example: if your goal is to write daily, make time every day, even if it's just a few sentences. Consistency over time strengthens the habit and makes it a natural part of your life. Another powerful tool for building habits is visualization. Picture yourself successfully performing your habit and enjoying the benefits it brings. Example: if your goal is to meditate daily, imagine yourself sitting peacefully, feeling calm and focused. Visualization helps your brain rehearse the habit mentally, making it feel more achievable and natural. WTH. Step 1. Track your time. Ask yourself, how do I currently spend my time? Many of us go through our days on autopilot without thinking about how our actions align with long-term goals. Start by tracking your daily activities for 1 week. Write down everything you do, from work and chores to leisure activities. At the end of the week, review your notes to identify patterns. Are there activities that take up more time than they should? Are there moments where you could be more productive? This self-awareness is the foundation for meaningful change. Step 2. Set clear priorities. Not all tasks are equally important. Some significantly contribute to your goals, while others are less important or unnecessary. A helpful tool is the Eisenhower matrix, which divides tasks into 4 categories. Urgent and important. Tasks that need immediate attention, e.g., deadlines, emergencies. Important but not urgent. Tasks that matter but don't need immediate action, e.g., planning, learning new skills. Urgent but not important, tasks that demand attention but don't contribute much to long-term goals, e.g., some emails or messages. Neither urgent nor important, activities that are distractions or time wasters, e.g., excessive social media scrolling. By focusing on tasks that are important, you ensure your energy and time go toward what truly matters. If you want, I can continue this rewrite and create a complete, simplified, long guide combining habits, motivation, time management, goal setting, and growth mindset into one cohesive New Year's personal growth plan ready to use. Managing your time well is essential for achieving your goals. One of the most useful tools is prioritizing your tasks. Not every task has the same value, so focus on what truly matters. Important and urgent. Tasks that need immediate attention and impact your goals, like meeting a deadline. Important but not urgent. Tasks that support long-term growth, like learning a skill or exercising. Urgent but not important. Tasks that demand attention but don't contribute much, like some emails. Neither urgent nor important. Tasks that waste time, such as endless social media scrolling. Focus your energy on the first two categories, which align with your values and long-term goals. Minimize or delegate tasks in the other categories. A structured daily schedule helps you stay focused and prevents procrastination. Time blocking is a highly effective method. This means assigning specific tasks to specific times of the day. Example, if your goal is to write a book, block 8 to 9 a.m. every day for writing. By dedicating time to your most important activities, you prevent them from being overshadowed by less important tasks. Procrastination often comes from feeling overwhelmed, bored, or unsure where to start. Here are strategies to combat it. Break tasks into smaller steps. Instead of, I need to clean the house, focus on one room or even one corner at a time. Completing small tasks gives a sense of accomplishment and keeps you motivated. Use the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately, like replying to an email or putting away shoes. Tackling small tasks right away prevents them from piling up. Eliminate distractions. Turn off notifications, put your phone in another room, or use apps that block distracting websites. Instead of multitasking, focus on one task at a time. Taking regular breaks might feel counterintuitive, but it actually boosts productivity. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique, working for 25 minutes, then taking a 5-minute break, help maintain focus while preventing burnout. By prioritizing your tasks, structuring your day, managing distractions, and taking intentional breaks, you can use your time more effectively. Good time management doesn't just make you more productive. It gives you the freedom to focus on what truly matters for your personal growth. If you want, I can combine all your previous habit, goal, growth mindset, and time management sections into one complete, easy-to-read personal growth guide for the new year. Managing your time well is essential for personal growth. One effective method is the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. These short breaks give your brain time to recharge, improving focus, creativity, and productivity. While daily schedules help you manage your tasks, long-term planning is equally important. Set weekly and monthly plans. At the start of each week, review your goals and list the tasks you need to complete. This gives you direction and helps you allocate your time effectively. At the end of each week, reflect on your progress. Ask yourself, what went well? What can I improve? Adjust your plans as needed to stay on track. One common challenge in time management is saying yes to everything. Overcommitting can lead to burnout and prevent you from focusing on what truly matters. Learn to say no to tasks or events that don't align with your priorities. Remember, every yes to one thing is a no to something else. Protecting your time allows you to dedicate energy to activities that move you closer to your goals. Personal growth isn't just about achieving goals. It's also about taking care of yourself. Make time for relaxation, hobbies, and social connections. If you enjoy reading, set aside 20 minutes before bed to unwind with a book. If spending time with family or friends energizes you, schedule regular get-togethers. When you care for yourself, you maintain the energy and focus needed to pursue your goals effectively. Your mindset can make a big difference in how you approach your day. Instead of seeing tasks as burdens, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Celebrate small accomplishments and remind yourself why your goals matter. A positive, proactive mindset keeps you motivated and resilient, even when challenges arise. Time management is a skill that takes practice, but it is essential for meaningful personal growth.
By
prioritizing your goals, creating daily, weekly, and monthly plans, eliminating distractions, taking breaks, and practicing self-care, maintaining a positive mindset, you can make the most of your time and steadily move toward your goals. Remember, personal growth is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate your progress, learn from your challenges, and keep striving to become the best version of yourself. Every small step counts, and over time, these steps lead to big results. By setting clear goals, forming positive habits, managing your time wisely, and staying motivated, you can create a meaningful path forward. Your efforts today shape your tomorrow. Keep learning, keep growing, and take care of yourself along the way. If you want, I can combine all your sections from goal setting, habits, growth mindset, to time management into one complete, easy-to-read guide for 2026 personal growth. It would be a single, flowing document that's ready to read or share.